Welcome to today's doubleheader matchup between University of South Carolina Beaufort and your very own Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for giving this team safe travels, Lord. Please let them as they travel back. Just let everybody glorify you in all that they do. In your name I pray, amen. Now for the starting lineup for the away team. Batting first, playing left field, number 10, Cole Hamilton. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 1, Stevie Mahiga. Batting third, playing second base, number 9, Christopher Vasquez. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 32, Jay Newell. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 12, Nick Del Bianco. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 16, Tristan Triplett. Batting seventh, playing center field, number 7, Noah Matthews. Batting eighth, playing third base, number 19, Tavares Terrell. Batting ninth, playing catcher, number 4, Daniel Searles. Pitching number 27, Iman Collins. Now for your Eagles. Batting first, playing left field, number 9, Christian Amlong. Batting second, playing center field, number 4, Brian Lopez. Batting third, playing right field, number 24, Carlos Sanchez. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 33, Caleb Albritton. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 21, Michael Camacho. Batting sixth, playing third base, number 8, Sammy Cofford. Batting seventh, playing catcher, number 19, Jordan Almodovar. Batting eighth, playing first base, number 12, Austin Hillier. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 11, Mark Rogers. And your pitcher, number 32, Jacob Burr. Please stand for the national anthem and remove your cap.
Thank you, PA announcer Alexa Goodwin, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles. We have a doubleheader between the TBC Eagles and our guests, the Sand Sharks from the University of South Carolina Beaufort, who won last night's ball game 14-1 right here at Trinity Ball Yard. Hello again, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, and as always, my son Dean works the camera for us here on YouTube. TBC Eagles, and you're looking at freshman Jacob Burr on the mound for the Eagles. He will be making his 9th appearance, all starts. Jacob has a record of 6-2 with a 441 earned run average. In 49 total innings, he has allowed 24 earned runs while walking 9 and striking out 54 opposing batters. Jacob Burr has 5 complete game victories on the season. He is going to face a very tough lineup, though, in the Sand Sharks. Leading off, the left fielder, Cole Hamilton. Batting second at short, Steve Mujica. Batting third at second base, Christopher Vasquez. Cleanup hitter is the DH, Jay Newell, who had a pretty good game last night with 3 runs driven in. Nick Del Bianco is at first. He will bat fifth. Right fielder Tristan Triplett will hit 6th. Center fielder Noah Matthews will bat 7th. Batting 8th, playing third base, is Tavares Terrell. And behind the plate in Game 1 of today's doubleheader, Daniel Searles, whom we did not see last night, and pitching for the Sand Sharks will be Eamon Collins. We'll tell you a little more about Collins as the Eagles come to bat in the bottom half of the inning. Christian Amlong in left, Brian Lopez in center, Carlos Sanchez in right, Sammy Coffrin playing third base, Mark Rogers at short. Michael Camacho getting to start at second today. Austin Hillier at first. Jordan Almodovar behind the plate, the battery mate of Jacob Burr. And this ball game is underway with the first pitch fastball that misses inside. Jacob Burr, again, 5 complete game victories. Got a win at Voorhees College and against Alice Lloyd College as well. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch on the way is up and in, and that makes it 2-0. With the win last night, the Sand Sharks are now 14-22 on the season, and the Eagles, with the loss, now 13-24. Here's a 2-0 from Burr, and this one is right down the middle. A good take by Hamilton. Make the starting pitcher work, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Hamilton had a pretty good game last night as well. On base multiple times, and here's a 2-1. Ground ball towards second. Camacho will field. Throw to first in time, and that is out number 1. That's one specialty for Jacob Burr, getting ground ball outs. Hamilton last night 2 for 4 with a couple of runs driven in. He also scored for the Sand Sharks. Steve Mojica, the shortstop, steps in. He drove in 2 last night in a 2-for-3 performance is what I'm trying to say. Left-hand hitting shortstop. Jacob Burr winds and delivers. And this fastball misses inside. Burr, a hard-throwing right-hander. Changes speeds very well, has terrific control. Again, only 9 walks in nearly 50 innings pitched this season. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Last night's starter for the Sand Sharks, Hitchman, a complete game, 1 unearned run. Here is the 1-1. Line drive towards center. Lopez will drift over and make the catch on the run for out number 2. A very well struck ball. But Lopez, who mans center field with the best of them, tracks it down, and there are 2 outs with the bases empty. Something the Sand Sharks did not face much of last night. They kept getting the leadoff hitter on base. Some defensive miscues by the Eagles, and a lot of hits turned into 14 runs for the Sand Sharks. Christopher Vasquez, second baseman, batting third. 2 outs, bases empty. Burr winds and delivers, and a high chopper towards third. Coffrin will field, set his feet, make a good strong throw across the diamond, and that is out number 3. And Jacob Burr gets the Sand Sharks in order in the top of the first. We go to the bottom half, no score. Eagles coming to bat for the first time this afternoon on an absolutely beautiful Saturday here in Jacksonville. Partly cloudy, 75 degrees, the wind gusting straight in from center field, maxing out at about 6 to 8 miles per hour, otherwise a very gentle breeze. Eamon Collins on the mound. He is 1-5 with a 6.20 ERA. This will be his 9th appearance, 7th start. Collins has pitched 40 2/3 innings. He's allowed 28 earned runs, 45 hits. He has walked 22, struck out 34, and allowed 3 home runs. And this is the batting order he will face against the Eagles. Christian Amlog, the leadoff man in left field. Brian Lopez in center. You saw him make that play. He will bat second. Carlos Sanchez in right, batting third. The DH, Caleb Albritton, is the cleanup man. Michael Camacho has already made an assist in this ball game. He will bat fifth. He's playing second base. Sammy Coffrin is the Eagles' third baseman, batting sixth. Jordan Almodovar behind the plate in game one. He will bat seventh. Austin Hillier playing first. He was last night's starter. He will bat eighth. And Mark Rogers will round out the batting order. He is the shortstop. Cole Hamilton in left. Noah Matthews in center, Tristan Triplett in right. Third baseman for the Sand Sharks, Tavares Terrell. Steve Mojica at short. Second baseman, Christopher Vasquez, and at first, Nick Del Bianco. Daniel Searles, hopefully we're saying that correctly, he is behind the plate. I'm getting thumbs up, must be parents down front giving me the thumbs up. Daniel Searles is the battery mate of Eamon Collins. So Christian Amlong getting ready to step to the plate. Gave you all the stats for these gentlemen in last night's ball game. Anybody new steps up, we'll go over the numbers for that gentleman as well. Eamon Collins getting ready to throw his first pitch. Amlong leading off last night, robbed of a triple on a diving play by Tristan Triplett. I'm saying Amlong would have had at least 3 bases. Here's the first pitch from Collins, and it misses up and in, and that is ball 1. Well, Mr. and Mrs. Searles, we're glad you're able to make the trip down from Beaufort, Hardyville area in South Carolina, just across the Georgia-South Carolina state line. Here's the 1-0, and this is a strike on the outside corner. You picked a very nice day to come down. Absolutely beautiful out here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Collins works quickly, and the pitch is a fastball that misses up high. Now, the Sand Sharks made a statement early last night. Got 2 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 6 in the third, and tacked on 1 more in the fourth. Eagles got their only run in the bottom half of the fourth. Here's a 2-1 to Amlong, and he swings and misses as that ball dropped out of sight and evens up the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Collins takes a long look in and now delivers. Fastball that misses up high, and the count is full. Collins, a junior from Warsaw, Virginia, stands at 6'1", 195 pounds. Payoff pitch coming to Amlong. And this one misses in the dirt, and the Eagles have their first batter of the ball game aboard, and Amlong made the pitcher work and ended up earning that walk. So Collins walks the first hitter he faces, and it brings up center fielder Brian Lopez, who has a couple of home runs, one of them a walk-off home run against Edward Waters College a few weeks back. Eagles will play Edward Waters College again to end the season, a home-and-home series at the end of April. From the stretch, Collins checks the runner, delivers the first pitch, a swing and a miss, a good hard fastball right at the top of the zone. Lopez down 0-1. Amlong, good speed and a pretty good lead off first, not excessive, not too small either. Here's the pitch, and a foul tip makes the count no balls and 2 strikes. You can read about last night's ball game if you go to tbceagles.com. I'll also do today's doubleheader either later tonight or tomorrow, depending on time. Another good lead off first by Amlong. Here's the pitch. High fly ball down the right side, and this one will slice out of play. Lopez will typically make contact. Only a handful of strikeouts on the season, but he's down, no balls, 2 strikes. Amlong gets another pretty good lead off first. Long look in by Collins. Now comes set. And here's the 0-2. This one, a curveball, just misses outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Collins again takes his time and now is ready. Well, 1-2 on the way, and a good swing and a good at-bat by Lopez. Regardless of the result, he's battling and making Collins throw some pitches. So if nothing else, get that starting pitcher to build up his pitch count. Very efficient top of the first for Jacob Burr. Amlaw gets another half step off first. The 1-2 is chopped foul towards the Eagles dugout, and the count remains a ball and 2 strikes. NCAA Elite 8 getting started tonight. Amlong, another pretty good lead. Long look in by Collins. Amlong's on the move, and this curveball hits the batter. Amlong would have had that base stolen, but that goes as a hit batsman. So a walk and a hit by pitch gives the Eagles 2 base runners with nobody out in the first. Let's see if they can cash this in. We didn't see Carlos Sanchez in I'm thinking of Camacho. We did see Sanchez in last night's ball game. That was Camacho we did not see, and he's getting the start at second base today. 2 on, nobody out. Nobody holding Lopez very fast at first base in the first pitch. And a good take by Sanchez after a walk and a hit batsman. Again, make the pitcher work. No balls and a strike. A lot of room down both outfield lines for Sanchez, and the pitch in the dirt and blocked by Searles. And the count is even at 1-1. Amlog leading off second. Lopez off first. Good speed on the bases. Most of these Eagles can run very well. Say that all season long. Here is the 1-1. Swing and a miss. That ball might have been out of the zone. Sanchez chased, and it's 1-2. 2 on, nobody out. Eagles threatening in the bottom of the first of game number 1. Game 2 will start about half an hour after the conclusion of this one, and we'll bring it to you here on TBC Eagles. Here's the 1-2, and slapped foul. Good pitch, and Sanchez was able to make contact and stay alive. That's Caleb Albritton, the DH, retrieving the ball. He will bat next. So 1-2. Collins comes set and delivers. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Now with runners at first and second and nobody out. Batter is out. And that is number 1 for Collins. Caleb Albritton, the left-hand hitting freshman DH, also does a little pitching, plays first base and some outfield for Coach John Copeland. 2 on, 1 out. Hoping he can find a gap, score 1, possibly 2. Again, Lopez very fast with a big lead off first, not being held on. First pitch on the way, and it misses low for ball 1. Good start to the inning for the Eagles, and again, let's hope they can cash it in with at least 1. Albritton had that stretch where he just drove in runs every opportunity he had. Here's the 2-0, and this one misses outside. Had that one game in Central Florida a couple of weeks ago where he homered and drove in 6 against Judson University. 2 balls, no strikes. Neither runner getting held back, and the pitch on the way misses up and away, and Albritton well ahead. I'm expecting him to take, as Collins has missed 3 in a row. 1 out. 3 balls, no strikes to Albritton. Good opportunity for the Eagles. And the pitch is ball 4 inside, very close. And the bases are loaded as Amlog advances to third and Lopez to second without the benefit of a hit. 2 walks and a hit batsman. And again, if you want to beat, especially an NAIA team, the Eagles want to cash in this opportunity. Bases loaded, 1 man out. Timeout. Coach Jeremy Christian heads out to speak with Collins. Coach Christian in his 3rd season at the helm. He is assisted by Mr. Zach Roberts, also in his 3rd season as the assistant coach for Beaufort. John Copeland, season number 5 for Trinity Baptist College. Matt Carter, John Shiver, David Hall, his assistants. Well, in case you haven't noticed yet, Eagles fans, we are at home for all but 2 of the remaining ball games, and those 2 are still in the city limits. In fact, downtown Jacksonville to finish off the season at Edward Waters College. Next week, Voorhees College comes to town for a Friday night, Saturday afternoon doubleheader, followed by Toccoa Falls College the following weekend. Again, a Friday night, Saturday afternoon doubleheader. Those are your next upcoming ball games for the Eagles. Collins will wind up with the bases loaded, and the first pitch to Camacho is called a strike. Our first look at Camacho, 244 on the season, 7 runs driven in, and a chance to add at least 1, possibly 2 more. Here's the 0-1. Good rip, and he just missed, driving one into the gap, and now the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Collins trying to get out of this inning and leaving the bases loaded, has 1 out. Ground ball could possibly end this threat. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3, swinging, and a ball downstairs, and that is out number 2. And now Collins just 1 out away from getting out of a tough jam that, let's be honest, he put himself into, walking 2 and hitting 1. Sammy Coffrin at the plate. Coffrin, like most of the Eagles, hitless in last night's ball game. Lopez had a hit, Albritton had an RBI single, and Mark Rogers had a base hit. That was it for the Eagles. First pitch, fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Big out for Collins to get a moment ago. Now has a chance to get out of the inning. There's a ground ball towards second. That should end the threat. Vasquez makes the throw to first, and the Eagles leave the bases loaded. 2 walks and a hit batsman, but no runs, and after 1, we are scoreless. Top of the second, hitters 4, 5, and 6 due up. Joey Newell, Nick Del Bianco, and Tristan Triplett. Eagles had the bases loaded with 1 out, got the first 2 men aboard without an out. But then Collins struck out 2 and got a soft ground ball to end the threat. So Jacob Burr comes back out to the mound to get ready to start inning number 2. Quick reminder of the Sweet 16. Gonzaga beat Florida State 72-58. Tennessee lost by 5 to Purdue 99-94 Thursday. Texas Tech 63-44 over Michigan. And Virginia beat Oregon 53-49. Last night's rounds, Michigan State 80-63 over LSU. As Newell steps in against Jacob Burr. And here's the first pitch of the inning, and it is chopped foul to the left side. North Carolina fell to Auburn 97-80. Duke held on another squeaker, 75-73 over Virginia Tech. Central Florida nearly knocked out the Blue Devils. And the pitch is lined into center field, and that is a leadoff single for Newell. Newell, no stranger to the base hit. He had 3 of those last night and drove in 3 runs as well. That is hit number 4 of the series. Number 1 today off Jacob Burr. So Del Bianco steps up to the plate with a runner at first and nobody out. Del Bianco last night 1 for 3 and scored 3 runs. Also drew a walk and reached down an error. So Newell at first, he's the DH. Del Bianco, the first baseman, takes a curveball in there for a strike. Kentucky edged out Houston 62-58. So the Elite Eight begins tonight. No balls and a strike. Burr delivers a fastball, chopped up the middle and into center field. It eluded two Eagles defenders right over the second base bag. And Del Bianco follows Newell's base hit with one of his own. Not hit all that hard, but perfectly placed. Both middle infielders are playing more towards the hole. And Del Bianco found an opening and chopped it right over the second base bag. So 2 on, nobody out for right fielder Tristan Triplett. He was 1 for 3 with a run scored last night. Has an RBI opportunity. Squares around a bunt, pulls it back, but takes a strike. So a solid single up the middle by Newell, followed by a seeing eye single by Del Bianco. And Jacob Burr has allowed 2 hits to start the second inning. Gonzaga against Texas Tech at 6:10 tonight. Virginia against Purdue at 8:50. Give you tomorrow's Elite Eight action in just a moment. Well, we'll do it now. We have a chance. Kentucky and Auburn at 2:20, and Duke against Michigan State at 5 o'clock tomorrow. So here's the 0-1 again, showing bunt. Burr fields. He'll go to third and get the force, and a nice play by Burr. And Cochran had to reach a little to make the catch, but the Eagles get the out at third base. 1-5 on the putout. Del Bianco advances to second, Triplett aboard on the fielder's choice. So 2 on, 1 out. Noah Matthews, the center fielder, at the plate. Matthews, 2 runs scored last night, 1 hit and 5 trips to the plate. Burr takes a long look back at the runner and delivers a good curveball in there for a strike. Jacob Burr's freshman. He's a young guy, but not intimidated by anyone who steps up to the plate. Won't give in with a fastball. He'll throw the pitch he wants to throw at any time. Here's the 0-1, a fastball right at the knees, and strike 2. Not sure if Matthews was disagreeing with the call or disagreeing with himself for taking that pitch. That was an excellent pitch by Burr. No balls, 2 strikes. Burr checks the runner, and the 0-2, swing and a miss, and he chased one well out of the zone. That is out number 2. First strikeout for Burr, who expanded the zone, and so did Matthews, and now Burr with a chance to get out of the inning just as Collins did a half inning ago. Tavares Terrell steps up. 1 for 3, 2 runs scored last night. Also walked, so had a pretty good night. Camacho heads over, now back into position, and the fastball hits the outside corner for strike 1. So no balls and a strike. 2 on, 2 out. Couple of singles, start of the inning. 2 outs later, here's the pitch. Chopper towards short. Rogers will field. Throw to first is off the mark, and everybody is safe. Would have been a very close play at first. Tavares Terrell beats the throw as it pulls Hillier off the first base bag. That was going to be an error on the shortstop. So Del Bianco at third, Triplett at second, and Terrell aboard at first. Daniel Searles steps up to the plate. First time we've seen him. Get a chance, we'll tell you about how Searles has done this season as he takes the first pitch, curveball that misses a little high. Searles, 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch is in the dirt, and a great block by Jordan Almodovar. Searles on the season, 2 out of 19. He has driven in a run and has a chance to drive in one or possibly two more. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. And Burr delivers, and a strike right down the middle. Well, Burr got the ground ball he wanted, but the wide throw helped keep the inning alive. Two balls and a strike, and the pitch. This one is chopped high and foul. Don't give up on that too soon. It can hit the ground and travel back fair. So you want to make sure you know exactly where the ball is before you either take off or hold up. Looks like the official scorekeeper has awarded Terrell with a base hit, so we're going to double check that. Here's a 2-2, and the pitch. Ground ball towards first, off the glove of Hillier and into right field. One run is in. Here's another man racing for the plate, and it is 2-0 Sand Sharks on a ball that hit off the glove of first baseman Austin Hillier. So that will be an error on the first baseman.
Number 10, Cole Hamilton.
Both Del Bianco and Triplett score. Terrell goes first to third, and runners at the corners with 2 outs. Both runs unearned, and here is Cole Hamilton. Now, the Sand Sharks scored 14 last night. 8 of those runs were unearned. 2 outs, runners at first and third. Burr got the ground ball he wanted to get out of the inning, but it got past Hillier. And the pitch, a curveball that misses outside. That also adds more pitches to the arm of Burr and a momentum in favor of the Sand Sharks. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, a curveball that misses high for ball 2. So Tavares Terrell is credited with a base hit on that chopper to short. Double checked on that. And Almodovar calls time and talks to his young pitcher on the mound. All 30 major league teams in action this afternoon. A couple of those ball games already underway. Everybody ready once again. Hamilton back in the box. He grounded to second to start the ball game. Well, the Eagles had a chance to score in the bottom of the first. They did not do so, and now Beaufort has come back with 2 in the top of the second. And the pitch on the way, and a fastball misses outside. That is ball 3. The Mets got 3 in the first over Washington and lead 3-0 as the Nationals come to bat. Burr from the stretch, the 3-0. Misses low and inside, and the bases are loaded. First walk issued by Jacob Burr. Normally does not do that. Has only walk number 10 on the season. Mojica lined hard to center in the first. Has the bases loaded with 2 outs. Hillier not holding the runner on. He's playing back. And a curveball misses outside. Both middle infielders playing in toward the hole, and Coffrin off the bag at third. Yankees coming to bat against Baltimore in the bottom of the first. No score. Yankees have the bases loaded. The 1-0. And slapped foul. Count even at a ball and a strike. Only 2 ball games underway so far. Pirates at Reds in about 45 minutes, as are the Indians at the Twins, and the White Sox at Kansas City. Burr takes a long look in. Now set. Here comes the 1-1. High pop foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little later on today, Detroit at Toronto. Braves at Philly. Evening ball games, Rockies are in Miami, and the Astros at Tampa Bay. Here's the 1-2, Swing and a miss, and that retires the side. 2 unearned runs, 3 hits, and an error. Sand Sharks leave the bases loaded. We go to the bottom of the second. Beaufort leads 2-0. Bottom of the second, 2 unearned runs for the Sand Sharks a half inning ago, and the Eagles come to bat, trailing 2-0. Jordan Almodovar, Austin Hillier, and Mark Rogers are the scheduled hitters. That's 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order. Eamon Collins walked 2 and hit a man in the first, but got out of the inning with 2 strikeouts and a ground ball. So Jordan Almodovar steps up to the plate for the first time today. Night games in the majors. St. Louis at Milwaukee. Cubs are at the Rangers. San Francisco is at San Diego. And Collins winds and delivers his first pitch outside for ball 1. Los Angeles Angels at Oakland. Mike Trout with that mega deal, $420 or $30 million. Here's the 1-0. And this one is slapped foul. So everyone on this field hoping to get that same opportunity one day. Boston at Seattle later on tonight. And the D-backs at the Dodgers. The 1-1. This one is also slapped foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Collins takes a long look in, now winds and delivers. And again, a foul ball to the left side. Well, Eagles made Collins work in that first inning, and good battle right now, 1-2 with Almodovar at the plate. Here's the pitch, and this one again fouled off. So Almodovar has fouled off 4 consecutive pitches, leading off the bottom of the second. Trying to get on base, give the Eagles another opportunity. Check swing, did he go? And no swing. Almodovar held up in time on a pitch that missed upstairs. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another long look in by Collins. And now the pitch. This one in the dirt, and the count is full. Nationals got a run in the bottom of the first. Mets lead 3-1. Ramos had a 2-run double in the first inning. Payoff pitch on the way. Ball forward. Again, the Eagles get the leadoff man aboard on the walk. That one seemed to get away from Collins. And heading to the plate, first baseman Austin Hillier. He was a starting pitcher last night, did not bat. And on the season, Hillier, nothing out of 13. Getting an opportunity to start at first base today. He comes to the plate with a runner at first and nobody out. Courtesy runner now for the catcher will be Jordan Broden, one of the fastest Eagles there are. Broden got an inning on the mound last night. Allowed a hit, but nothing else. That came, I believe, in the 6th inning, if I remember correctly. Good lead off first. Hillier squares around a bunt, tried to pull it back on a pitch up and in, but it hit the bat and went foul for strike one. So Broden, when he's not on the mound, usually the courtesy runner for Coach Copeland. Again, very fast. No balls and a strike. Hillier standing straight up this time, swinging. Broden on the move. The throw down to second is in time. Broden, though, got around the tag, and he is safe. It looked like Broden lost his footing momentarily in the middle of his steal. The throw beat him, but he went to the back of the bag. Ball caught in front of the bag, and Broden saw an opening and got his hand in safely. So a stolen base for Jordan Broden. Wind now picking up and blowing straight in pretty hard. Here's the 0-2. This one misses upstairs. So Broden in scoring position with nobody out, but a count of 1-2 on Austin Hillier. Infield playing back. They'll trade the base for the out. Here's the 1-2. This one misses low and it evens the count. That wind gust is over and very calm at the moment. Wind's been very fussy here at Trinity Ball-Yard of late. As soon as I say that, it picks up again. Make up your mind, Mr. Windman. Here's a 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that is strike three. Strikeout number 3 for Eamon Collins. Runner at second. Shortstop Mark Rogers had a base hit, one of only 3 for the Eagles in last night's ball game. Again, Hitchman, complete game. That ball game ended in 7 innings. Broden a good lead off second, and the first pitch fastball is on the corner for strike 1. So no balls and a strike. Rogers set. Here comes a pitch. A line drive hard, but foul and out of play. So no balls, 2 strikes. Collins, with runners in scoring position, has managed to get ahead of the hitters. Here comes the 0-2, and the pitch misses outside. That gives him a chance to help himself get out of a tough jam, as we saw in the first. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Amlong, the leadoff man, waits on deck. 1 out, here's the pitch, swing, and that is strike 3, and 2 consecutive strikeouts for Collins. And the Eagles get the leadoff man into scoring position with nobody out, and now it's up to Amlong to drive him in. Amlong led off the ball game with a walk, was left stranded at third. Nice gap in right center for the Eagles left fielder, and he tries to go that way but fouls it off. He saw the gap. The pitch was on the outer half of the plate. Amlong took the swing towards that gap, got under it just a bit. So no balls and a strike, and again Collins getting ahead of the hitter with the runner in scoring position. And the 0-1 on the inside part of the plate, and call the ball inside. Of course, I have a pole, an umpire, a batter, and a catcher in front of me. Can't see the actual plate very well. That pole that you see on your screen, I'm almost directly behind it. Here's the 1-1, and a fastball catches the outside corner, and again, Collins getting ahead of the hitter. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Collins, another chance to get out of the inning after the leadoff man got into scoring position with nobody out. Almodovar drew the walk. Broden, the courtesy runner, stole second, and then 2 straight punch-outs for Eamon Collins. Here's the 1-2. struck him out. 3 in a row and 5 overall for Collins. Eagles get a leadoff walk and a stolen base, but could not advance the runner any further. And after 2, it is 2-0 Sand Sharks. One of my favorite non-Christian songs of all time, John Fogerty's Center Field, and it's a perfect day weather-wise for that song to come up as we start the top of the 3rd. Vasquez, Newell, and Del Bianco, the scheduled hitters, 3, 4, and 5, facing Jacob Burr. 2 innings pitched, a pair of unearned runs, 3 hits, walk, and a couple of punch-outs. And Vasquez steps in, and Burr's ready to get started in the 3rd. The first pitch, a little bit inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch from Burr, a curveball, took a lot off it and it had a whole lot of bite. Strike call and a good take by Vasquez. Not much he could have done with that one. Here is the 1-1. Another curveball, and this one misses outside. A whole lot of bite to that one as well, maybe a little too much on that particular pitch. So Burr looks in, and the 2-1. Fastball misses low, 3 balls and a strike. It is tough to predict what Burr will throw. As I said a little while ago, he's not afraid to throw any pitch in any count. And here's a 3-1. Fastball on the outside corner, fills up the count. And Vasquez up there with a 3-2 pitch coming from Burr. Takes a long look. And time called. Vasquez didn't want to wait anymore. Here's a payoff pitch. Looped into right. And that's going to be caught on the run. A great catch by Carlos Sanchez. Well, the Sand Sharks did that to us a number of times last night, and Sanchez returns the favor on a terrific play. That was a fair ball. That would have been probably 2 bases as Vasquez was already on his way towards second. Looked like he had that intention. But an out on a great running catch by right fielder Carlos Sanchez. Here's Jay Newell. Base hit opening up the 2nd inning, 1 for 1. And the pitch, a curveball, lined, and a fair ball down the left field line, just inside the line. Newell rounds first. He's on his way to second. And the throw will be cut off, and a 1-out double for Jay Newell. That ball just barely inside the line, but clearly fair. And Newell's having himself a terrific series. That is his 5th hit in 1+ ball games. So a 1-out double brings up Nick Del Bianco, who singled and scored in the 2nd. Newell's 2nd hit of this ball game. After his 1st hit, he was erased on a fielder's choice. So the pitch from Burr catches the outside corner, and that is strike 1. Hit number 4 off Burr. Has a runner at second with 1 man out. Burr takes another long look in at the sign. Now set, checks the runner, and delivers the 0-1. This one also catches the outside corner. So Burr gets ahead of the hitter. No balls, 2 strikes. This would be a big out for him to get without that runner advancing. See if he breaks one off here with the 0-2. Pitch on the way, a curveball, chop towards third. Coffrin, tough play, throw to first. It is not in time. That'll be an infield single for Nick Del Bianco.
Number 16, Tristan.
Coffrin did everything he could, but the high chopper allowed Del Bianco to beat the throw. It was a good, strong throw, but Del Bianco just simply beat it out. Newell advances to third, 1 out, runners at the corners for Triplett. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the second. Well, sometimes the breaks just don't go your way, and that's the story here on that base hit. Del Bianco got the break his way. And now Burr in a bit of a jam. 1 out, and the pitch. This one missed. That was a good pitch by Burr to get that chopper. Again, Coffrin did everything he could. He charged hard, made a clean play, a good strong throw on the run, just not in time. 1 ball, no strikes. Burr checks the runner, throws to first. He's picked off a few men this year. Nothing seems to bother this young man. Jacob Burr, a freshman from Southern Union Junior College in Alabama, also hails from Orlando. The 1-0. Bunt shown, throw down to first, and a runner back. Good throw by Almodovar, but Del Bianco was able to get back in time. Pitch was called a ball, so 2-0 coming to Triplett. RBI opportunity with that runner at third and 1 man out. That is Jay Newell. He doubled and advanced on the infield single. So Burr ready with the 2-0, and the pitch is a strike called right down the middle. Mets have added a run, now leading Washington 4-1 as the Nats bat in the bottom of the second. 2 balls and a strike. Burr checks the runner a couple of times and delivers. Again, bunt shown, and this pitch in the dirt. Almodovar will fake the throw. Nobody biting. And as the pitch goes down in the dirt, Del Bianco takes off towards second base. And that'll be a wild pitch charged to Jacob Burr. So 2 men in scoring position, and now the Eagles will draw the infield in. They were playing back, hoping for a double play ball. Now all 4 infielders, even with the base pass or touching the grass. Outfield straight away. 3 balls and a strike, and the pitch lifted, foul, and out of play. First base is open. Wouldn't be the worst thing if ball 4 does happen, but Burr has a chance to get the strikeout here and leave the runners there for the next hitter. See if he breaks one off again. Here's the 3-2. And the pitch, fastball lifted high, right back over our heads and out of play. And we'll have another 3-2. 3 young ladies to my right had a chance to make a play on that ball. Didn't bring their gloves though. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Burr from the stretch with runners at second and third. The pitch in the dirt, ball 4 again, not the worst thing. Don't want to give in. Bases are loaded. That is walk number 2 from Burr. Triplett aboard at first, Del Bianco at second, Newell at third. 1 man out, and now the middle infielders will play back and again look for a double play possibility. Matthews out on strikes in the second, his only trip so far. Hillier and Coffrin, the corner infielders, playing in. They'll come home if they get the ground ball. Here's a pitch from Burr that misses outside. Now, nowhere to put the batter. One ball, no strikes. And a pitch, curveball, stays upstairs, and the count is 2-0. The key to the inning to this point, that infield single by Nick Del Bianco. Otherwise, there would be 2 outs. Of course, you don't know that the inning would go exactly the way it has since then. Here's a foul tip right into the mitt. But there is 1 out with the bases loaded. Count of 2-1 on Matthews. Burr slowing things down with the runners on base. Here's the 2-1. High fly ball out of play. And a count even at 2-2. Still the infielders playing back in the middle, playing close at the corners. Wind picking up, blowing straight in from center field right into your screen. Here's a 2-2. Line drive towards center. That is down. Lopez will field it on the hop and make a good throw. Cut off. And an RBI single for Matthews makes it a 3-0 ball game. Hit hard right back up the middle. And with the wind blowing in, the outfielders are able to play in a few steps. And with the hard hit ball going right to the center fielder, Lopez was able to keep the second run from attempting to score. Tavares Terrell is 1 for 1. Bases loaded, 1 man out. 1 run is in. 3-0 in favor of the Sand Sharks. Long look by Burr. And here's the first pitch. Check swing in the dirt. And he went around. So no balls and a strike. Burr again taking his time. Here's the 0-1. This one misses low and inside, and a nice block by the catcher. One ball, 1 strike. Coffrin is well off the line at third base. Bit of a gap in right center. And here's the 1-1. Curveball had the hitter well out in front. And Burr again getting ahead of the hitter. Just like Collins with runners on base. Able to get ahead. Sand Sharks, though, have cashed in a couple of opportunities. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch, another curveball, another high chopper. Coffrin will come to the plate, get the force out, and everybody else is safe. So a fielder's choice for Terrell. This time Coffrin had the momentum going in the direction of his throw. Was able to get plenty on it and beat the runner at home. So 5-2 on the fielder's choice. Triplet at third, Matthews to second, Terrell aboard at first, 2 outs. Daniel Searles at the plate. He reached on an error, his only trip so far. And here's a pitch and a curveball in there for a strike. 2 runs scored on that play that Searles reached. No RBIs credited with a 2-out error, but the runs are on the board. It's 3-0. Here's the 0-1. Fastball low, 1 ball, 1 strike. So a ball and a strike, and Burr delivers from the stretch and gets the outside corner for strike 2. Here's where Burr has been at his best, in tough situations. It's one of the reasons he has won 6 ball games on the season. And the 1-2, the curveball misses a little high. Looked good coming out of his hands, but not a lot of dip to it. And the count is 2-2. Now with 2 outs, the infield can play back. Just look to get a force at any of 4 possible locations. Time called, Burr steps off. Now we're ready. Here's a 2-2, breaking ball in the dirt, and another nice block by Almodovar. So a payoff pitch, and with 2 outs, the runners will be on the move. Have to be careful leading off third, however, less than 90 feet away from the batter. There go the runners, and the pitch is fouled off. And if you look to the left of your screen on the next pitch, you might notice Tristan Triplett not coming straight toward the plate. He is veering off well into foul territory, a wise decision. Again, by the time the batter swings a bat, that runner at third might be 80 to 75 feet away. Here go the runners again, and again another foul ball. This one hit hard, but out of play to the right side. So a nice battle going on between Searles and Burr. And we'll see what the final result is. Again, nobody holding the runners close. They'll get an extra couple of steps, and they're off on the pitch. Ball 4, and that'll bring home a run. Walk number 3 allowed by Jacob Burr. Triplett scores, and it's 4-0.
Number 10, Cole Hamilton.
That'll put Searles at second. Check that, Searles at first. He drew the walk. Give him an RBI. Terrell at second. Matthews at third. And Cole Hamilton is 0 for 1 with a walk. He's at the plate. And the first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. So again, bases loaded, 2 outs. Nobody holding runners close. And the 0-1, a curveball lifted high towards left field. Christian Amlog camps under it and makes the catch, and that retires a side. 2 runs, both earned, a couple of walks, a couple of base hits, and 3 men left. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 4-0 Beaufort. Bottom of the third, and hitters 2, 3, and 4 are due up for the Eagles. Lopez, Sanchez, and Albritton. Eagles have had scoring opportunities in the first 2 innings. First 2 men reached in the first, and then the Eagles eventually had bases loaded with nobody out, came away empty. Leadoff man reached second base in the second with nobody out, but then 3 consecutive strikeouts by Collins. So 2 innings pitched, 3 walks, a hit batsman, and 5 strikeouts through the first 2 innings for Eamon Collins. Brian Lopez will lead things off in a moment. He was hit by a pitch and left at second base in the first inning. Mets lead the Nationals 4-1. Mets are batting in the top of the third. No score between Baltimore and the Yankees at Yankee Stadium in the bottom of the third. Only 2 Major League games underway as we speak, and Brian Lopez steps in. Collins winds and delivers. Lopez lays down the bunt, has a chance. The flip to first will be just in time. Collins got off the mound quickly, and that was less than a half step, but the throw beat Lopez to the bag, and there's one away. Lopez, very good speed, very nearly beat that play at first, but credit Collins. Again, he got off the mound very quickly and made a good underhand toss for the out. Sanchez went down on strikes in the first and takes a strike on the outside corner. No balls and a strike. And a pitch from Collins, down and away, 1-1. Collins takes a long look. And here comes the 1-1. Well hit towards the gap. Got a chance to get down. It is on the dive, and a catch is made by the center fielder, Noah Matthews. Eagles fans are unfortunately used to seeing that. Sanchez laced it, and on the dive, Noah Matthews denies Sanchez. Now, if that ball gets by, that's at least a double. And again, Eagles have had that kind of luck all season long. Triplett made a dive in right over toward the line to Rob Amlong last night. 2 outs, and Caleb Albritton takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. This one downstairs, and a count even at 1-1. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati and Cleveland at Minnesota about 10 minutes away from starting off. Here's a 1-1. Hard hit ball right at the second baseman, Vasquez. A couple of hard hit balls by the Eagles and some very good defense by the Sand Sharks. And the Eagles go down in order. We go to the fourth. Beaufort leading 4-0. We go to the fourth in a 4-0 ball game, and the Sand Sharks have 2, 3, and 4. Mojica, Vasquez, and Newell due up. Victor Robles has homered for the Nationals. They still trail the Mets 4-2, however. Still batting in the bottom of the third. Defense by Collins, the pitcher, getting off the mound and fielding the bunt and nipping Lopez at first. Then the dive in right center, robbing Sanchez of at least a double. Noah Matthews making that play. And then a hard ground ball right at the second baseman, Vasquez. So the Eagles hit the ball well, but the Sand Sharks made the plays. First pitch of the fourth, a good curveball from Burr is in there for a strike. No balls and a strike. Burr is ready. Here's the pitch. This one just misses hitting the batter, and it's a ball and a strike. Burr ready with the 1-1. And this one got away from him and misses way outside. Jacob Burr, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned through the first 3 innings. He has allowed 6 hits. And the 2-1 misses inside, and Burr's behind in the count. 3 balls and a strike, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a sinker, and it fills up the count. Payoff pitch on the way. Mojica leading off the top of the 4th. And this one misses up high, and that is ball 4. That's walk number 4 allowed by Burr, and Mojica with good speed leads off the inning, getting on base for Christopher Vasquez, who is 0 for 2. A ground ball and a fly out. Hello to Earl Terrell, checking in from Chicago, watching his son Tavares. And Tavares does have a base hit. He is 1 for 2 so far, in case you missed anything. Thanks for letting us know you're watching. Sand Sharks lead 4-0. Runner at first, nobody out. Vasquez batting in the top of the 4th. First pitch from Burr, lifted high and foul off to the right. 4, 6, and 0 for the Sand Sharks. 0, 0, and 1 for the Eagles. Magnolia 1129 cheering on the Sand Sharks. Thanks for letting us know you're watching. Burr throws over to first. Not his best move. Just trying to keep the runner a little bit more honest. I see your name in the top chat. I'll say hello. I enjoy doing that. Here's the 0-1. Catches the outside corner, and Burr has worked the outsides of the plate very well. Doesn't put too many pitches over the heart of the plate. The few that he has, though, the Sand Sharks have hit well. Here comes the 0-2, and tried to expand the zone, but the hitter didn't bite. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind picking up once again, blowing straight in as it has done throughout the entire ball game so far. And here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss. A good, lively fastball for out number 1. Number 3 for Jacob Burr. And it brings up Jay Newell, the DH. He's 2 for 2. And he's had a terrific series so far. Doubled and a run scored in the 3rd. Very tough out at the plate from what we've seen in these 2 ball games already. And a pitch catches the corner. The umpire's had a pretty good strike zone wide. He's been consistent for both pitchers. No balls and a strike. And a soft toss over to first, just to let Mojica know that I know you're over there. Burr checks the runner. And a curveball lifted high towards left. Christian Amlong will drift over a little bit toward the gap. Now comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. Burr took something off it, and it looked like Newell got the ball off the end of the bat. And Amlong was right there to make the play. So 2 outs with a runner at first for Nick Del Bianco. He is already 2 for 2 with a run scored.
Nick Del Bianco.
Last time up, had himself a base hit and was thrown out on a force out at the plate. That run scored came in the 2nd after he had himself another base hit. 2 outs, a runner at first. Burr from the stretch gets the fastball over the corner. No balls and a strike. Burr gets a long look in at the sign, checks the runner. And now the 0-1. This one misses outside. So the count even at 1-1. Bird delivers a curveball in the dirt. Almodovar has done a terrific job blocking pitches. After today's doubleheader, the Sand Sharks are at St. Andrews in Laurinburg, North Carolina this coming Tuesday. That is a 2 p.m. 9-inning single game. 2 balls and a strike. Bird takes his time, checks the runner, now delivers, and a good sinker. And Del Bianco swung over the top of it. Sand Sharks have a home doubleheader against Sun Conference opponent Ave Maria University on April 5th. That doubleheader starts at 1 p.m. and then a Saturday afternoon single game against Ave Maria on April 6th at noon. Runner goes on the 2-2. Ground ball towards Hillier. He cannot corral it, and everybody is safe, and that'll be an error on the first baseman. So Mojica was off on the pitch, ends up at second, and with 2 outs, the Sand Sharks have 2 men aboard. Tristan Triplett has reached on a fielder's choice and walked, and both times ended up scoring runs. Second error of the game for the Eagles, and the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Rogers will field and step on the bag, so the error does not come back to her, and only 1 pitch afterward on the 6th unassisted to end the inning. A walk, 2 men left, bottom of the 4th coming up, 4-0 Sand Sharks. Bottom of the 4th in a 4-0 ball game. Pretty quick-paced game as Camacho, Coffrin, and Almodovar are the scheduled hitters. Eamon Collins, 3 innings pitched, no runs, no hits, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. And Camacho at the plate, he is 0 for 1. One of those strikeouts that Collins has picked up. That was a big strikeout in the 1st with the bases loaded. So Collins is ready. Here's the pitch. And a fastball misses high for ball 1. The Pirates at the Reds in a rain delay. They haven't started yet. It's going to be a little while. Here's the 1-0 and a good fastball for strike 1. Indians at the Twins just now getting started. Collins delivers and misses well outside. 2 balls and a strike. Coffrin and Almodovar due up next for the Eagles. And the 2-1 on the way, and this one is fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is the first of 2 this afternoon. When this ball game ends, we'll stop the feed, and about a half hour later, teams will take the field for game 2, and we'll start up a brand new feed. So you'll look for the live now, little red rectangle indicating that game 2 is getting underway. Here's a 2-2 and a high pop fly, shallow right field, should be easy, and it is for Triplett. 1 away.
Number 8, Sammy Coffrin.
Coffrin hit a ground ball to the second baseman to end the Eagles' threat in the first. White Sox and Royals about 2 minutes away from getting started. That's in Kansas City. Yankees and Orioles are scoreless in the fourth. Yankees coming to bat in the bottom half. Here's the first pitch to Coffrin and a very good fastball right by the hitter. So no balls and a strike. Collins winds and delivers. Another good fastball, but this one missed up high. Count even at 1-1. And the pitch on the way misses low. Congratulations to Coach Gil Morales and Trinity Christian Academy. They got themselves a huge, and I mean a huge, district win at their big rival, the Providence School of Jacksonville, last night. 8 innings, 7-6 the final score. The winning run scored on a wild pitch. This one didn't mean to swing, and Coffrin fouled it off. Conquerors led 6-2 in the sixth, but Providence got a grand slam by a gentleman named Nathan Hickey, who could very well go in the first round of this year's June draft. There's a lot of talk about Nathan Hickey at Providence. Here's the 1-1, and a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Hickey hit the grand slam to tie it up, and my mistake, that is strike 3. That is strikeout number 6 for Eamon Collins. And Jordan Almodovar at the plate. He walked, and his courtesy runner, Jordan Broden, stole second, but got no further.
Number 19, Jordan Almodovar.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, I took a glance at the scoreboard. That was the first pitch. That hadn't been cleared off yet. So I'm running my mouth and made the mistake. Here's the 0-1, and this one downstairs in the dirt. Well, the Conquerors came away with the win in extra innings. Dylan Simmons, who's on his way to Florida State University, won it in relief with 2 perfect innings. He also hit a 2-run homer in the first inning of that game last night. Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. So if I did that ball game last night, I would have named Dylan Simmons the player of the game. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Chopper right back to Collins. He will field, and a soft underhand toss ends the inning. Eagles go down very quietly in the bottom of the fourth, and after 4, it is 4-0 Sand Sharks. Will Van Sickle, the Jacksonville Paxson High School product, will take over for Jacob Burr as we start the top of the 5th. Van Sickle will face Noah Matthews, Tavares Terrell, and Daniel Searles. Hitters 7, 8, and 9. So Jacob Burr's day is done. 4 innings pitched, 4 runs, only 2 of those earned. He allowed 6 hits, while walking 4 and striking out 3. Hello to Mr. Robert Herrera. Yes, it is a beautiful day. Wish you were here watching the Eagles. You'd really say it is a beautiful day. We're in the mid-70s with a very nice breeze blowing right into our faces. Makes it feel terrific. Partly cloudy skies, but couldn't ask for much better weather. So hello, Mr. Herrera. Always glad to see that you're watching us. Maybe we'll see Buster a little later on today. Robert Buster Herrera, a pitcher for Coach John Copeland and the TBC Eagles. So Will Van Sickle on the mound in relief of Jacob Burr, and the first batter he faces is center fielder Noah Matthews, who's had a big impact in this game as he takes a first pitch fastball for a strike. Matthews drove in a run with a base hit in the third and then made a diving catch to rob Carlos Sanchez of possible extra bases. Swing and a miss and a good sinker from Van Sickle. Will got himself an at-bat in last night's ball game, rolled out to the first baseman, and that was the final out. No balls, 2 strikes, and lifted towards center. Lopez giving chase on the run, makes the catch in shallow left center field. Amlong also in the vicinity, gave way to the center fielder who had a much better angle at it, and that is out number 1. Wynn knocked that ball down and made Lopez come in a little further than he might have anticipated at first. Tavares Terrell's 1 for 2, a base hit in the second. Fielder's choice in the third. First pitch, chopper towards third. Coffin Fields throws to first in time, and a nice play by the Eagles' third baseman for out number 2. So only 2 or 3 pitches into the inning, and Will Van Sickle has 2 outs. Daniel Searles, bases loaded walk in the third. Credit him with a run batted in. That made the score 4-0, and that's where we stand in the top of the 5th. Looper towards short, and on the catch, Mark Rogers keeps the ball off the ground. I believe it was 4 pitches for Will Van Sickle to get 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 5th, and the Eagles coming to bat in the bottom half, trailing 4-0. Bottom of the 5th, 8, 9, and 1 due up for TBC. That's Austin Hillier, Mark Rogers, and Christian Amlong. And Eamon Collins has not allowed a hit through the first 4 innings. He has walked 3 and struck out 6, and twice got out of scoring opportunities that the Eagles have had. And let's see if the Eagles can break up something brewing here in the 5th. Austin Hillier, Mark Rogers, Christian Amlong, the scheduled hitters. Orioles-Yankees game still scoreless with the Yankees batting in the bottom of the 4th. Nationals have pulled to within a run, trailing New York 4-3, and that game also in the 4th. Hillier gets ready to lead off. He's 0 for 1. Went down on strikes in the second, the inning that Collins fanned 3 in a row. Here's the first pitch. Good rip, but come up empty, and that's strike 1. So no balls and a strike. Collins working quickly, and the pitch. Misses outside for ball 1, and here come those wind gusts again. Gusting up around 8 miles per hour. A little knockdown, a ball hit up in the air. Here's the 1-1. And this one misses outside. 2 balls and a strike. Pretty quick pace ball game. We started at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And the pitch, a curveball. This one hit Hilliard in the helmet. And thank God he is wearing a helmet. He's all right. And the Eagles have a leadoff man aboard. That's the second man that Collins has hit. Mark Rogers, the shortstop, steps up to the plate. He also went down on strikes in the second inning. So Hilliard aboard on the hit my pitch. Let's see if Rogers will attempt to bunt him over or goes ahead and takes a full swing. Modest lead off first. He does square and pulls it back at a pitch low in the dirt. So 1 ball, no strikes. Hilliard leads off first. Here's a pitch. Rogers gets down the bunt, but it goes foul. And a count even at 1-1. New Yankee pitcher Paxton has allowed just 1 hit through 4 innings. Now wearing pinstripes. Yankees still batting in the 4th. No score against Baltimore. Here's the 1-1. Rogers again squares. This time he takes a pitch outside. And with the bases empty, Collins has worked pretty quickly, but with runners on base, he has slowed things down. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Rogers squares, drops down the bunt. Collins will field, go to first without even a look at second. A nice sacrifice bunt by Mark Rogers gets the job done as Hilliard goes into scoring position. 1 out for the leadoff man, Christian Amlong, who has walked and struck out. Nice bunt by Rogers. He deadened the ball. The direction wasn't the best, but he didn't do it too hard. Now a runner at second with 1 out. And nobody holding Hilliard close, so he'll be able to get a pretty good lead. Here's a pitch from Collins, a swing and a miss. Amlong trying to drive that one a long way. No balls and a strike. Base hits all you need here to score the first run for the Eagles. Here's the 0-1. And that one misses a little bit low. And a count even at 1-1. Hilliard again, without being held on, able to get a really good lead and secondary as well. Here's the 1-1 from Collins. And Amlong a little bit out in front on the changeup. Ball and a strike. Another long look in by the right-hander. And a 1-2. Swing and a miss. That is the second time that Collins has gotten Amlong, and there are 2 outs. Overall, number 7 for Collins. Brian Lopez at the plate. Almost beat out a bunt his last time up, but Collins made a really nice play off the mound. RBI opportunity, and looked like Lopez pulled off the outside pitch, and it's no balls and a strike. Collins gets his sign, a huge lead off second by Hilliard, and a pitch on the way, a foul tip into the mitt. And of course, with 2 outs, Hilliard would be off on contact. Good chance for him to score on anything that hits the outfield grass. It's 0-2, however, and Collins delivers, and this one is fouled back. So no balls, 2 strikes. And Collins looks in for the sign from the stretch. And the pitch. Going to check the swing, and no swing. few of the Sand Sharks infielders started trotting toward the dugout. Lopez has another pitch coming. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hillier all alone leading off second base. High fly ball, that's going to be caught. Matthews in center, puts it away to retire the side. A leadoff hit batsman advances to second on the sac bunt, but gets no further, and after 5, Sand Sharks lead it 4-0. Top of the 6th and the top of the order due up for the Sand Sharks. Hamilton, Mojica, and Vasquez. Will Van Sickle in relief of Jacob Burr. Van Sickle had a very quick 4 or 5 pitch inning in the 5th and got the Sand Sharks out in order. He will face the top of the order. Again, that's Hamilton, Mojica, and Vasquez. Hamilton 0 for 2, but did draw a walk in the 2nd. 4-0 in favor of Beaufort as the Sand Sharks come to bat in the 6th. Cole Hamilton had a good game last night, on base once already today. Leadoff hitter, and the first pitch he squares around a bunt, and he bunts through this one for strike 1. So no balls and a strike. Van Sickle delivers. Fastball, line drive, base hit into left. First hit of the game for Hamilton. Second time he's been on base. First hit allowed by Van Sickle. And the Sand Sharks, as they've done many times through the first game and a half, have the leadoff hitter aboard. Mojica has lined out hard to center, struck out and drawn a walk. Runner at first, nobody out. And the 1-0 squared around, showed bunt, ball in the dirt, runner going to second, throw down is not in time. So that'll be a wild pitch charged to Van Sickle. And Mojica has an RBI opportunity. So runner at second, nobody out. Van Sickle from the stretch, showing bunt again. It's right back at the pitcher. And the umpire is going to call the batter out of the box. So that is an automatic out. That goes down as a 2 unassisted as Mojica stepped out of the batter's box on the bunt attempt. Could actually be a break because Van Sickle had a play at third. But 1 out, runner remains at second for Vasquez, who is 0 for 3. Pitch on the way and a good fastball, swung on and missed. That ball bunted hard right back to the pitcher. Again, Van Sickle might have had a play at third base. Here's the 0-1, and this one in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. One ball, 1 strike. Van Sickle takes a long look in for the sign. Now the pitch. This one misses low and inside. So 2 balls and a strike. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 6th, the Eagles have 3, 4, and 5 due up. Sanchez, Albritton, and Camacho. Here's a 2-1, and it misses high for ball 3. So Van Sickle behind 3-1. Long look back at the runner. Now the pitch, a curveball. Called ball 4. Broke around the plate. And 2 men aboard with 1 out. First man that Van Sickle has walked. So 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Jay Newell at the plate, having a terrific series. 2 for 3 today, 3 for 5 last night, and 3 runs driven in. There's a line drive headed toward the gap. That's a base hit. A runner around 3rd. Play at the plate. The throw's a little wide. Would have beaten the runner, but off the mark, and that is an RBI single for Jay Newell. Hamilton comes around to score, and it is 5-0. Also on the play, Vasquez goes 1st to 3rd. And with 1 out, Nick Del Bianco steps up. He is 2 for 3 with a run scored. That is a 6th RBI of the series for Jay Newell. He came in with 6, so he has doubled his RBI total, combining last night and today. The first pitch, bunt shown, pulled back and called a strike. Looks like Jay Newell wants to get himself named Series MVP. He keeps it up like that. Just might get that honor when we're done today. No balls and a strike. And a pitch. Again, showing bunt. And Del Bianco fouls it off. He's down 0-2. First and 3rd, 1 out. And Van Sickle looks in for the sign. Ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, and everybody holds. Yankees have gotten a run in the 4th, now leading 1-0 as the Orioles come back to bat in the 5th. Here comes the 1-2. High fly ball and out of play. DJ LeMahieu, new Yankees second baseman, drove in that run in the bottom of the 4th. That was a great pickup for the Yankees. LeMahieu won a batting title a couple years ago. Early steal. Eagles catch the runner. Run down between 1st and 3rd. And a throw home, and that'll be a run for the Sand Sharks. Eagles had a runner out close to 1st. Sanchez turned and fired home. Run scores as Chris Vasquez steals home, and it is 6-0. So a runner at 1st, 1 out, 2 runs in. And the pitch on the way, and that one broke outside. I believe I said 1st and 3rd. That was caught between 1st and 2nd. And the runner broke home from 3rd and scored the run. So 2-2. And the pitch, and it's a fastball that missed upstairs. So the Sand Sharks steal a run. Christopher Vasquez doing the honors. It is 6-0. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Line drive up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Newell had to make sure the ball wasn't caught, so he stops at second. Del Bianco has his third hit of the game, and the Sand Sharks have 2 on with 1 out. Tristan Triplett at the plate. No hits, but 2 runs scored. Fielder's choice and a walk. Curveball in there for a strike. Six nothing Sand Sharks, and the pitch. High pop up, infield fly in effect. Coffrin will make the catch, and that's out number 2. So with 2 outs and 2 men on, Noah Matthews steps up. He is 1 for 3. That 1 base hit drove in a run in the 3rd. So Van Sickle gets the sign and delivers. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. And here's the 0-1, high fly ball, shallow center. Lopez camps under it, couple of steps and puts it away. 2 runs, 3 hits, and a walk, and a steal of home has given the Sand Sharks a 6-0 lead as the Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th, Sanchez, Albritton, and Camacho, the scheduled hitters. Eamon Collins, no hits through 5. 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Something brewing for the Sand Sharks here in Game 1 of this Saturday afternoon twin billing. Sanchez has struck out, and he was robbed of what I'm saying was extra bases in the 3rd. Center fielder Noah Matthews ranged far into the right center field gap and caught the ball on the dive, and this first pitch just misses the hitter. Collins has hit 2 men as well, but no base hits allowed through 5. 1 ball, no strikes. And 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. This one, again, inside, and it hits the batter, and Sanchez will trot on down to first. Been asked to not announce the Yankee score anymore. Don't want to ruin that for anybody recording. Appreciate the compliment from Mr. Tim A.
Number 33.
Miss Almodovar checking us out on the YouTube feed. Caleb Albritton steps up to the plate, so I'll try to remember to honor that request. Keep an eye on that game for myself, however. 3 balls. Nope. Again, that scoreboard not cleared off yet. First pitch to Albritton. My mistake is I'm looking at something else and then back up at the scoreboard, and there's no balls and a strike on Caleb Albritton. A walk and a ground ball to second. Collins delivers. Pitch is a little bit inside to even the count at 1-1. Albritton has a whole lot of room on the ground on the right side. First baseman holding the runner, second baseman playing up the middle, and he whips one right back directly towards me, and I'm glad there was a fence in the way. Nick Del Bianco at first, holding the runner. Vasquez, even with the left-handed hitter up, playing up the middle in double play depth. So Albritton again, a lot of room on the ground on the right side. Also down the line as well. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. That is strikeout number 8 for Eamon Collins. Michael Camacho is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop-up to the right fielder. Collins doing a terrific job on the mound. Had a little trouble finding the strike zone in the first couple of innings, but he has found it a whole lot since then. That one caught the zone for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Sanchez hit by a pitch. He's at first. Swing and a miss, and that is 0-2. Collins has hit 3 men, but again is not allowed a base hit. Here's the 0-2, and this one misses upstairs. One ball, 2 strikes. And Collins comes set and delivers, and this one misses outside. So the count even at 2-2. Runner at first, 1 man out. Eagles batting in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 6-0. Long look, and now the 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and that is out number 2. Number 9 for Eamon Collins. And it brings up Coffrin, the Eagles' third baseman. He is 0 for 2. Ground ball to second, and one of those 9 strikeouts. That came in the 4th. Collins on a roll, first pitch, and he gets the strike. Collins has gotten ahead of most hitters. No balls and a strike, and the pitch. Catches the corner, and it looks like Collins is putting a little something extra on his pitches. I do see action in the Beaufort bullpen, so we'll see if Collins comes out, gets an opportunity to finish this one off in the 7th. Still needs to get Coffrin here to complete the 6th. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is hit hard and foul. Eagles bullpen very quiet. Van Sickle has pitched 2. Jacob Burr started and threw 4. No balls, 2 strikes. Coffrin at the plate. Long look in, and now the 0-2. Ground ball toward first. That'll be fielded by Del Bianco. And that retires a side. Coffrin hit the ball pretty well, but right at the first baseman. Dropped to his knees to make sure the ball stayed in front and got the out unassisted. After 6, it is 6-0 Beaufort. We go to the top of the 7th, and we will start the inning with a pinch hitter. Batting now for the Sand Sharks will be David Villafani. Hopefully I said that correctly. He is batting in the place of Tavares Terrell. So Villafani leading off the top of the 7th. First pitch from Van Sickle, misses outside. Will Van Sickle, 2 innings so far, 2 runs, both earned, 3 hits and a walk. 1 ball, no strikes, and a pitch down in the dirt for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. No defensive changes for the Eagles. And here's a 2-0 and a curveball that catches the outside corner. Well, Terrell had himself a base hit in 3 at-bats, so 1 for 3. Now Villafani getting the nod at the plate, and he takes ball 3. Sand Sharks bullpen has quieted down. So again, we'll see if Collins comes out and tries to finish off something he has going. Don't want to say the words, but everybody watching knows what I'm talking about. 3 balls, 1 strike, and a pitch in the dirt, and a leadoff walk puts Villafani aboard. Second walk issued by Van Sickle, and we will have another pinch hitter coming to the plate, wearing number 42, Marino Sorbara. We saw him come into last night's ball game late.
Number 42, Marino Sorbara.
And the first pitch misses downstairs, and Almodovar, again, doing a very good job blocking pitches in the dirt. So Sorbara has a runner at first, nobody out. Good lead off first, and a ground ball could be 2. Rogers to second. Sanchez throws to first in time, and the Eagles get the double play. 6-4-3 erases the leadoff walk, and now 2 outs with the bases empty. Hamilton, the scheduled hitter, but it looks like another pinch hitter coming up for the Sand Sharks.
Number 31, Harrison Bell.
Harrison Bell, we saw him in last night's ball game also. Got himself an at-bat, and here's a first pitch from Van Sickle, misses downstairs. So 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch, high fly ball, shallow center. Lopez will come in and put it away in a 1-2-3 inning. Well, not exactly as it goes. The walk and the double play, so 3 batters. And the pop-up ends the inning. Eagles coming to bat in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 6-0. Bottom of the 7th, last chance for the Eagles. 7, 8, and 9 are due up. Almodovar, Hillier, and Rogers. Collins has come back to the mound to try to finish it off. All 3 Sand Sharks who came out for pinch hitters have re-entered. Hamilton back into left Terrell back at third, and Searles back behind the plate. Jordan Almodovar has walked, and his courtesy runner, Jordan Broden, stole a base. Almodovar is grounded back to the pitcher. Collins, 3 walks, 3 hit batsmen, but no base hits, and the first pitch misses outside, and there's nobody throwing in the Sand Sharks bullpen. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch misses outside for ball 2. El Boogie checking us out on the YouTube feed. Glad to see Mr. Herrera plans to make it down for next week's weekend series against Voorhees. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles took 3 out of 4 at Voorhees in Denmark, South Carolina not long ago. Here's a 2-1. This one fouled straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that ball embedded in the fence, and you might be able to see it on your screen if you look closely enough. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Collins misses outside. Now, if you're looking for the ball, just look a little bit northwest of the center of your screen. It kind of looks like a little white spot. Here's the payoff pitch. And this one fouled back and knocked that ball right out of the fence. A couple of good rips by Almodovar. Collins' pitches have pretty good movement. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Collins shakes off the sign. Now gets something he likes, and Almodovar calls time and steps out. So Collins back on the mound. Here comes the 3-2, and this one is fouled off to the left. So a payoff pitch, once again coming from Collins. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch misses outside. That is ball 4. That is walk number 4 issued by Collins.
Number 12, Austin Hillier.
And Austin Hillier, the first baseman, hit by a pitch his last time up. And Broden will come out and run for the catcher once again. So Jordan Broden stole a base in this same role in the second. Had an inning on the mound last night, gave up a hit but nothing else. Terrific speed, big lead off first, Hillier at the plate. And here is the pitch from Collins, and he gets the inside corner, and I'll go ahead right now. No matter what happens this inning, I'm going to call Eamon Collins Game 1's Player of the Game. No balls, 1 strike. He got some good defense throughout this game as well. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Once this game ends, we will stop this feed, start up another one right as a gentleman, get ready to begin game 2, usually about half an hour in between ball games. Here's the 0-2 from Collins. Struck him out. That is number 10 for the right-hander. So 1 out. Eamon Collins from Warsaw, Virginia. Played a little ball at Tusculum College before coming over to South Carolina Beaufort. He has been absolutely brilliant here today. Jaron Sweeney will pinch hit for Mark Rogers. Runner at first, 1 man out. Sweeney's first at bat of the day. And the pitch. This one called a strike on the inside corner. Sweeney played second base last night. Now up there in a pinch hitting role with a runner at first. No balls and a strike. And the pitch, Broden bluffed. Snap throw to first, gets away. Broden will take at least second. He takes a look back at the right fielder, but down by 6. He's not taking any extra chances. That'll be an error on the catcher, allowing the runner to take off towards second. So Broden, for the second time today as a courtesy runner, finds himself in scoring position. Sweeney a chance to drive in the run, and this one misses low and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Collins ready on the mound from the stretch. Not worried too much about the runner with a 6-run lead, and this one misses a little bit low. Sand Sharks just looking to get an out. Nobody holding Broden close to the bag. Here's a 3-1. Swing and a miss, and now the count is full. Amlong, the leadoff hitter, waits on deck. Three balls, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. High pop foul and out of play. So we'll do it again. Payoff pitch coming again to Jaron Sweeney, the pinch hitter for Mark Rogers. 3-2 on the way. Strike 3 called. Sweeney disagreed. He started to trot towards first, but that is out number 2 and strikeout number 11 for Eamon Collins. Last chance for the Eagles, 2 outs, runner at second. Kristen Amlong has gone down on strikes twice. He's also drawn a walk. That started the ball game. Here's Collins with the pitch. High fly ball. This should end it. Shallow right field. And a ball is caught by the right fielder, Tristan Triplett. And now I can go ahead and say the words. Eamon Collins has pitched a no-hitter. So Collins, no hits. The Eagles picks up the win, the complete game shutout. No hits, 4 walks, 3 hit batsmen, and 11 strikeouts. Obvious choice for Game 1's player of the game. Jacob Burr takes the loss for the Eagles. 4 innings, 4 runs, only 2 of those earned. He walked 4 and struck out 3. So Game 1 in the books. We're going to stop this feed now. Look for us sometime around 3:30, give or take a few minutes, as we get ready for game number 2 between the Sand Sharks and the Eagles here on TBC Eagles on YouTube.